What is up, you guys? Andres17 once again with another video. Jose Mourinho to Roma. It is official. The special one is on his way back to Italia and trying to take up the Italian league by storm once again. My initial reaction to this is I think it's great for Italian soccer. I think it's great for Italian football. I think this is probably good for the league as a whole, not just Roma. For Roma, it's a coup just because even though Mourinho is on the downside of his career and he's really had a hard time adjusting to players nowadays, to this new generation upcoming, he's still a big name, a big draw, and let's face it, Italian soccer, Italian football has really taken a decline from its prestigious days back when Mourinho was first there. It has fallen a little bit off the map of where it once was. And any name like Mourinho coming to the league is good, and it's also good for Roma. As a coach, he really needs to, in my opinion, look in the mirror and just face the facts that he needs to adjust. His coaching style, that's not the problem. I don't believe that's the problem. What I believe is the problem is his one-on-one communication with players, personality management, whatever you want to call it, just communication in general. I think that's the problem. I think that's the huge issue that Mourinho has had a tough time with, and that's why he's taken a downturn. That's just what I see. I don't think his coaching is the problem. Sure, his style is not the best, and he's a very defensive coach and counterattacking. But hey, if you're winning, then you're winning. And you learn to put your sulking aside, and you're like, hey, I can't argue. We're winning. We're winning trophies. We're winning games. That makes up for everything. That's not the problem. The problem is his player management skills. That's probably the word I want to use. He comes from an era where the players were, at the clubs he was managing, the players were grown men, right? And what I mean by that is that these guys, the players he was coaching, were just, their maturity level was different. They were grown men. Like, literally, if you look at the players he coached in Porto, Inter, Chelsea, back in the days, they were grown men, just men that were like, I don't care what we have to do as long as we win. And they knew how to take it. And they knew how to cope with how Mourinho's style was in terms of very, maybe direct, very confrontational. The players in those days could take that, and I think where his downfall has come into play is the players have changed. It's not just organizational, it's players have more power than ever, as well as players know that they, as a whole, they have power too, and it's not just the team or the organization. They're not the only ones in control. So are the players. And I believe just the players in general have changed as well in terms of, hey, we're not going to take your confrontational style and you can take that somewhere else. Like, treat me as a human being. I really do think that players more now than ever stand up to that type of stuff, from coaches or from whoever it is. And I think that's where Mourinho's downfall starts and where it began in his mismanagement, because he's a very confrontational coach. The thing with Mourinho is, I'm a Chelsea fan, so I know his coaching style, and I've dove into it and I've studied it, and I've seen him go high and I've seen him go low. the thing with Mourinho is that when everything's great, he applauds himself. He says, "Oh, it's my, I put in the work. I studied the team. I knew defensively how they were going to set up. I knew they'd like to attack this way. Yada, 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 yada." It's all about him. All the praise is on him. But when the team is going south, right, when the results are not coming in how the team or he would like to, then it's all the players. Then it's all deflecting. It's all, well, I did my work. I did my job. I put in the prep and I studied this team as best as I could. And I gave these instructions to the players. So look at the players. He blames the players when the results are not great. And the players nowadays, they're not having it. They're saying, no. If we go down, we all go down. It's not just us. It's also you. And he's very like that. And that just doesn't fly anymore. It doesn't. He needs to realize when the team's losing, it's also his fault. And when they're winning, it's not just him. It's everybody else as well. Because everybody's putting in the work. And when there's an issue with a player, he needs to be more understanding, more, one-on-one. Hey, what's going on? What's the problem? Let's address it. Instead of, well, I'm Jose Mourinho, so I am your boss, and you are going to take it. It just doesn't fly like that anymore, especially when the results are coming in as before, especially when you have this reputation that all of a sudden you're bringing in as players now know, hey, this is Mourinho. Like, it's not how it was before where he's bringing championships. Now it's almost like he's bringing drama. That's what he's bringing. He's bringing drama. And you're almost like, oh boy, here comes the circus, because that's what it's been recently. It's been a circus, and he needs to look himself in the mirror, and he needs to adjust his communication skills. I mean, it's almost not even football related. It's communication skills. That's what it comes down to, right? Anything in life, no matter what it is, it always comes down to almost basic necessities, or it's like basic tools or resources as a human being, right? And this is one of it. This is one of them. It's not like he's not doing his homework. Yeah, he's doing his homework. He's a great coach. Obviously, his playing style is not the best, but he works hard on that side of the game. But it's on the communication side of things that he needs to be better at, and he needs to realize, I am not the special one anymore. I'm not, and he needs to. His ego has taken a big hit. I see the difference. He's not as egocentric. He's not as centered as he once was, as I remember while he was at Chelsea. He is definitely more humble. Well, he needs to take another humble pill because Roma, it's not that it's a bad club, but again, it's down, right? It's on the downside of things. It's not where a coach of his stature, a coach of where he once was, probably would like to be. But he needs to face it, because if this fails, think about it. If this fails, he's running out of options, right? He's running out of those someone's going to bail me out type of options. I mean, come on. If you fail at Roma, like if you get, like, and what I mean by fail is if that whole circus happens again in a year, 2 years, once again, the whole dilemma of players want you out and you start blaming everybody, and here we go again, you're running out of options in terms of top flight. You're going to start having to take those smaller gigs, those, right? I heard Celtic was interested, Rangers were interested, MLS, Argentina was interested. You see what I'm saying? Maybe even Porto's interested, like, and that's more of, hey, you won the Champions League, so how could we not type of thing. It's not, oh, please, we want you. You're the best manager in the world. He's on the downside. So he definitely needs to make this work. And my reaction to it is I hope he does make it work, because as much as I don't like his communication skills, the league is definitely, the soccer and football is definitely better when he's on top. That's just the facts. When he's on top and he's winning, he brings a different type of. It's a show, right? It's a show. I mean, imagine Roma, right, with Jose Mourinho making the Champions League and then going all the way to the quarters or semifinals. That would be must-watch TV. That's dang, whoa, like. That's must-watch TV. So I think it's good for the team. I think it's good for the league, and I hope it'll be good for Mourinho, and I hope he turns it around. As much as I don't like his tactics necessarily, but I do wish him the best. At the end of the day, he's a human being. So that's my take on it. What do you guys think? Do you guys think he'll succeed? Do you guys think he'll fail? Let me know in the comment section below. Like this video, share it, subscribe. Always talking about sports here, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.